Hi friends. So if you haven't checked out my last video, please take a look. It's about the intuition. So if you're curious about your intuition, your gifts, your feelings, what is the intuition? Why have we strayed so far from it? Learn about my theory on how it's a natural instinct for us, and evolutionarily, and all of that jazz. So please go check out my last video. I will put it in wherever the link appears. I'm still learning to do this. But today, or right now, what I would like to talk about is the messaging I've been sharing all weekend and all last week with everyone I was working with is that you are a light. Don't allow yourself to be dimmed in this time. We are in the process of walking through a period of darkness together. And so, if you are having a difficult time dealing with the separation, the fear, like the sickness of fear that is attempting to be spread, if you are really having a hard time of seeing what is happening by those that have been infected with fear and it has become a sickness of the mind, which I will make another video on about when fear becomes a sickness and what it causes. But I have a post on that, which I'll put the link in the video. I'm making a written series on the fear. But if you're having a really hard time coping with this, you are a starseed, you are an empath, you are an intuitive, you are here to offer light into this world. And not just that, but you are a light in this world. And as we walk through this period of darkness to get to the other side together, it is so important for your light to not be dimmed in this time. And so what that means is really taking care of yourself, and not just that, but finding the other lights. Find the others, because we are out there and there's so many of us. As I mentioned in my last video, there are more prophets and healers walking on this planet today than there were in the time of Jesus and before. You have more healers, more lights, more star seeds walking on this planet today, looking for each other in the darkness than ever before in the history of man as we know it. You are not alone in your feelings. You are not alone in knowing that something is not quite right. You are not alone in not wanting to settle for a less than life. You are not alone. And we are in this together, and there are other lights that are looking for you. And there are other lights that are looking for your light, and they don't know. And so it's so important for you to not allow yourself to be infected, to be dimmed by this period of darkness, because other people are looking for you. We have to find each other in this time, and we not have to make sure to commit to not allowing ourselves to be separated. Part of the problem is when fear gets to the point where it is overwhelming, where it is destructive, is when it causes separation. A little bit of fear, a little bit of, it's part of like the balance of things. Is like fear is something that it will happen. It doesn't mean that it's going to go away. Like, we are humans, we have fear. It makes sense. It's part of the way our brain works. It's part of our evolutionary protective mechanism as a species. Like, it makes sense. It's not something to reject in ourselves. But when it gets to the point where it causes separation, that is when it becomes a sickness of the mind. And we have to, as lights, not allow ourselves to be infected. You already have an innate immunity to this because you have that awareness of what's going on behind the field or the veil, so to speak. You can feel the subtleties of what's going on behind. You can feel the manipulation behind certain messaging. You can feel the attempt to make the energies flow in a certain way. And so the most important thing is for all of the lights out there to not allow yourself to be dimmed. Continue to find the others, find the other pockets of light. We are out here. We are out here, and we are out here for you, and you're not alone, and it's safe. There's so many of us now that it is safe for you to find the others. And if you are open to it, if you are open to finding us, if you are open to finding the others, they will find you too. Like a magnet. You have to send that out to the universe. You have to just ask to find the others that are filled with light so you can continue to fill each other up. So in abundance, through that love unity mindset, you can create something beautiful. You can create a bigger light for others to find. And so that is the goal here, is that for us starseeds, for us intuitives, for us natural nurturers, for us empaths, for us healers, for us prophets, for us oracles, for us way showers, for us guides, for all of us that feel that there is more to life, that are unwilling to settle for a life and a people and a country filled with shame and fear, for those of us that are out here, it is so important. Do not allow yourself to be dimmed. It is time for us to put on that light warrior paint. It is time for us to put on that light warrior paint and to not allow our light to be dimmed by those that would attempt to instill fear in you. Anybody that attempts to instill fear in you as a means of control, as a means of manipulation, does not have your best interest in mind. You are the best expert upon your life. Nobody else knows. And this is why getting in touch with our intuition is so important, because that will be your compass through this period of dark. That is the true north, the true authentic self. Your higher self will guide you to the others, to the other lights. That is how your compass, your internal compass, your internal intuition, your natural instincts will guide you to the others. So it's very, very, a lot of emotion, but do not allow your light to be dimmed. Other people need the example of you. And if you're only affecting or bringing up or rippling out to one person right now, that one person matters. That one person matters. Because maybe that one person is also you, but it's not just that. That one person touches hundreds of life in their life. And if all you do is affect one person in a positive way, that is enough. Because that ripples out. You have no idea where that goes. On a small example, I taught a friend of a friend about journaling. I'm from California. She's from Hawaii. I taught her. She ended up telling her friend about the journaling style that I was teaching at the time, and that ended up going. So just from me sharing my experience with one friend of a friend, that rippled out to places that I don't even know. It's important for you to not allow your light to be dimmed. What you have to say is valuable. What you have to offer this earth, your service to others, your gift, your abundance, your overflow of giving is important. And this isn't to say that you're obligated to help. You're not obligated to do shit. Doing things out of obligation is not what we're looking for here. That's fear-based. That's you're doing something because you're afraid of being rejected or afraid of the consequences. Do it out of love. Do it out of love for yourself, because you can't settle for less, because you can't settle for a shitty world or a shitty life or a shitty country. You're not doing these things because you're obligated. You're doing it because you love yourself, and because you love the earth, and because you love people, and because you love light, and because you love love. And you're here to embody that. And that's what we're here to do. And so, my fellow lightworkers, it is so important for you to not lose yourself, to not allow this to separate you from yourself in this time. Can't believe I'm so emotional about this, but it's good. It's flowing. And so it's so important for you to not lose yourself in this time, to not allow yourself to be separated from yourself. Your intuition, that connection to love, to light, to offering love and light and goodness into the world is who you really are. Do not allow yourself to be separated because other people are afraid, because other people don't understand love, because other people don't understand and they don't know how to offer love in the world. Do not allow your love, your light to be diminished because other people are afraid. You have a gift to offer, and we have a little bit further to go. We are not through this spiritual battleground, so to speak. That's what we're standing upon and that is why it's so important for us to come together. And even if it is just filling each other up, for telling you that I see you, I know you're out there. I see you, and I know you're out there, and I know you exist, and I know you need to hear this. And you can do it, and we're doing it, and it's in this action, and like the light is coming. Darkness gives birth to the light. Like there are going to be some very uncomfortable shadows and truths that are coming to the surface in the next time is hard to read, but in the next few months, in the next year. And it's going to make us reframe our worldview, and it's going to be very confronting, and it's going to be very uncomfortable. And that's why it's going to be so important for us to not lose our light, because other people are going to need it. Other people are going to need those beacons moving forward, those ones that are committed to love, because it's going to make people question the narrative, and that's what's going to be very uncomfortable. So if you have a gift, even if it doesn't seem traditionally like spiritual, but it's like, if you have something and you're offering light and in service to others, that's perfect. That's beautiful. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Follow your heart, follow your instinct, follow your intuition in this time. And if you have questions about the intuition, I just posted about it. So like, I still don't know where the links are, but somewhere up there. And what you embody, what you are an example of, that's what you're rippling out. So it's not that I'm pretending to be love and light, but really I'm scared shitless. Like that's not what it is. You have to be the example. Children learn through watching, not from being told. You don't tell a child to be honest and then lie in front of them and then think that they're learning honesty. Like that's not what it is. You have to embody the change that you want to see in the world. Like all of these great people, Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Jesus, Buddha, Bob Marley, John Lennon, like all of them have asked greatness of you, because it takes everyday ordinary people. Even though you're not ordinary, you're unique and special, just like everybody else is unique and special. But that's what makes it amazing, because at the same time, we are all that. And they're asking greatness of you because it's in you. It's there. You have that light. It's that. And that's what it takes. It takes one person. Mother Teresa had this expression, and it's like what I based a lot of the beginning of my work on, is that I cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone in the water that causes a ripple that goes across the face of the earth, that goes across the ocean. That's what you can do. You may not have 1 million followers, you may not have 1 million subscribers, you may not have this following, but you can cast a stone in the water that creates a ripple that crosses the whole earth. Do not give up. Do not stop. Do not slow down. We're in the long haul at this point. We're in the marathon, and the best thing you can do is find ways to continue to live within your purpose, so you can stay filled up with light, so you can continue to embody that for the collective. You taking care of yourself, you honoring yourself, you operating in the light, you doing things out of love instead of obligation, is you embodying that light. So you don't have to go out and work with the homeless or volunteer. You don't have to do those things. You just have to be authentic with yourself, be honest with yourself, and operate from a space of love. And that is entirely within your reach. Entirely within your reach. So, my fellow lights, my fellow starseeds, my fellow healers of New Earth, of Mother Gaia, of whatever you want to call it, we're not done. We have some more to go, but let's find each other, let's operate in the light, and let's make these safe spaces for us to continue to be filled up as we move forward. When fear becomes destructive, it causes separation, and this includes separation within ourselves, separation from each other, and separation from Mother Earth. So do your best, trust your intuition moving forward. What feels right is right, what feels wrong is wrong, and your internal compass is not wrong, even if it's showing you something uncomfortable. So I wish you well. I am here. I am supporting you. I am giving you light in this time. And if you stay on, I will feed you light as a channel. If you would give me one moment of silence. And the light within me honors the light within you. And as always, your energy is safe with me. This is Caroline from Carousel, and I'll be with you soon.